So I am kind of geeking out over my new olive oil toys. I've been waiting for these forever. I finally got them, and I'm going to share them with you. They're my olive oil tasting glasses. So we can use these for when we do our olive oil blending sessions and for when people come to the farm and do olive oil tastings. And I'm excited. So I'm going to use this as an excuse to try them out on you and do an olive oil tasting session. How's that? They're so cute. So let's get this olive oil party started, shall we? We're gonna taste side by side two different olive oils. I think it opens up your palate a little bit and helps you decide what you like and what you don't like. We're gonna start with our robust single cultivar Arbequina. So robust is really means it's more grassy, vegetal, a lot of bitterness, pungency, pepperiness in that. And then side by side with our mild to medium new harvest. This is what you saw us harvest just this last December of 2023. So this is nice and fruity, much more mild in terms of the bitterness on the back of it. So very different olive oils. So let's just see how they stack up. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, obviously, is we're gonna pour a little bit of olive oil in a glass. We're gonna pour them both. That's the new harvest. And then our Arbequina. All right, now we're gonna pour a little bit of our Arbequina. It's enough for tasting. Okay, so now let's look at the color. So they look pretty similar. The new harvest is a little darker, it's a little younger, but nice, beautiful gold color, which is good. So now the first step to tasting. All right, this is step one to tasting olive oil. Put it in your palm. Your palm is going to warm up the olive oil so it comes to kind of room temperature and releases aromas. And at the same time, you're going to swirl the glass, kind of similar to wine, right? Swirling is also going to release those aromas. Then you're going to take a sniff and figure out what you are smelling, right? So I have some floralness on the nose, some fruitiness, nice. Okay, second step is we're going to put some on our palate and we're going to slurp air through it to aerate the olive oil and release even more flavors, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, the third step was obviously swallowing it, but at each stage, the smelling on the nose, when you put it in your mouth and aerate it, on the mid palate, and then on the back after the swallow, different aromas and flavors are going to be released at all those stages. So on the mid palate, when you're slurping air, I'm getting anyway, some green apple and some melon, right? Nice and clean and bright. On the back, you get a little tiny bit of pepperiness and a little bitterness or pungency, which you want in real extra virgin olive oil. So that is the new harvest. And then we're going to do the same thing with the Arbequina. In between tasting olive oils, it's often nice to have a palate cleanser, piece of green apple or a plain cracker, some seltzer. I didn't set that up, but that's what you should do to get your palate nice and cleansed, and then taste the next one. So same process. Warming, swirling, releasing aromas. So that Arbequina is very different. You get this nice green grass on the nose. I know green grass sounds weird, but for olive oil and certain cultivars, it is kind of a characteristic you want. And when you taste it and use it with food, it just really brings out earthiness and flavors. Think of using it on chanterelles or Brussels sprouts or even a nice cut of meat. Yeah, okay. Now the slurp. Swallow. Yeah, on the mid palate you get some nice artichoke notes, very clean, and on the back you get that pungency, so that it's not sharp, but it's that kind of cough factor. So when you use it incorporated into your food, you're not going to get that, you feel that pungency or that tickly factor on the back of your throat. It's different, but tasting it straight, you're going to taste all those things, which is what you want. So tasting olive oil this way also helps you understand which olive oil, which cultivars you want to use for what type of cooking. I get that question a lot. And the answer really is you have to, it's just like any other ingredient. What does this taste like? And what are you cooking? And what kind of taste do you want to add to your food? So think of it that way. And so if you taste your olive oil first in a pure way like this, then you're going to be able to better make a decision as to which olive oil you want to use for which dish. Hope that helps. Thanks for indulging me and using my new toys. I'm really excited.